Have you ever engaged in a serious debate over which is better, Harry Potter or Lord of the Rings? Have you ever played Smash or Pass using only characters from Star Wars and Marvel movies? If you answered yes to any of these questions, we have the podcast for you. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen, the podcast where an expert panel convenes to ask the questions about pop culture and social commentary that other podcasts are afraid to ask. Listen to The Steam Gentlemen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Ladies and gentlemen, Wrestling Fans International Association is back. That's right, the premier fan club association of the 1970s and 1980s has been revived and is back in business. Join today. It's free at thewfia.org. That's thewfia.org. You can also join us on Facebook at facebook.com/groups/WFIA 1969. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1987 Supermod. Once again, I am your host, Brad Drake, and this is the World Wrestling Federation. Our tour continues, everybody, and we have moved on from Ohio to New York. We are at the Broome County Veterans Memorial Arena in Binghamton, is that how it's pronounced? Binghamton, New York. And we have an action-packed card for tonight. Obviously, this one is not on television. Absent workers, nobody except who we expect. Backstage incidents. Morales. Oh, Pedro Morales has taken on Gustavo Mendoza as a protege. Isn't that nice of him? Ken Patera is doing some work with Al Navarro. Savage doing some work with Lombardi. King Harley Race doing some work with Jeff Crimley. And Jesse Ventura is doing some protege work with the Alaskan Dave Wagner. All right, let's take a look at our card for this evening here in the Broome County Memorial Veterans Arena. In our opener, we are going to see Velvet McIntyre challenge Sherri Martel for that World Women's title. Jose Luis Rivera, who actually wrestled as the Red Demon, he won't in this case, will face Outback Jack. SD Jones is going to mix it up with Brad Rheingans. Iron Mike Sharpe will face Scott Casey. The Outlaw, Ron Bass, is going to face Superstar Billy Graham. Dangerous, Danny Davis will face Brutus the Barber Beefcake. Billy Jack Haynes is going to be in singles action with the Natural Butch Reed. The Rougeau brothers will face Orton and Muraco in tag team action. We are going to see King Kong Bundy against Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in the semi-main. In our main event, everybody, the British Bulldogs will challenge the Hart Foundation for the World Tag Team title. Asterisks once again indicate that the match has been edited or it's been added to in order to give us 10 matches on the card. Everything else is legit. All right, everybody, with all of that said, let's get to booking. Here we go. McIntyre versus Martel here for the World Women's title. We will indicate that in the title area. And here is Velvet McIntyre. Here is Sherri Martel. Velvet McIntyre was a good women's wrestler, no doubt about it. Sherri Martel was kind of in a league of her own. All right, sensational Sherri here with the win. That one, ladies and gentlemen, is in the books. Up next here, clicked on the wrong thing there. We have Rivera versus Outback Jack. They are going to go 8 minutes. Here is Jose Luis Rivera. Ah, Jesus. He's still wrestling as the Shadow. That's fine. All right, so there he is, Shadow number 2 against Outback Jack. Outhouse Jack. All right, and we're going to leave that one open-ended. It doesn't matter to me who wins. SG Jones against Brad Rheingans. They're going to go 8 minutes. And believe it or not, SD Jones actually got the win on this one for real. So that's what we're going to do here. If it was in the Midwest, I'd do it the opposite way, but since it's not, we will give the win to SD Jones. All right, here is Special Delivery Jones. Is that really what the SD stood for, or was that just a nickname for the SD by Gorilla Monsoon? Does anybody know? If you know, let me know, and then we can learn together. All right, here we go. Iron Mike Sharpe and Scott Casey, they're going to go 10 minutes. Here is Iron Mike Sharpe. There he is, big dude. Here is Scott Casey. And we're going to leave this one open-ended also. Up next here, Outlaw Ron Bass and the superstar Billy Graham making his comeback here. But as we know from history, it wouldn't last too long. He would go down again right around Survivor Series time with that, I believe it was a hip injury. I believe that's when he had to have his hip replaced. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that was the case. And then we would not see him come back again for a while. I don't know if he wrestled again after that or if that was it. He went straight to the commentary booth. I can't remember. All right, so superstar Billy Graham there with the W. And we clicked on Ron Shaw instead of Ron Bass. We're going to fix that right now. All right, so that one's set. Superstar is going to get the win there, everybody. Danny Davis against Brutus Beefcake here. They're going to go 12. And here we go. Here's Dangerous Danny Davis. And here is Brutus the Barber Beefcake. We'll leave this one open-ended, but the Barber should get the win, no problem on that one. Up next are Billy Jack Haynes and Butch Reed. They're going to go 14. I'm going to give the win here to Butch Reed. And here is Billy Jack Haynes, and Butch Reed is going to get the win here with the help of the Slickster. All right, so that one's all set and in the books. That should actually be a decent bout. All right, the Rougeaus against Orton and Muraco, they're going to go 16. Here are the Rougeau brothers. Here is Orton and Muraco, who aren't going to last very long here. Muraco's getting ready to make a face turn. And we are going to have Jacques Rougeau get the win. And I'm trying to see here. Partner miscommunication finish, yes. That's what we're looking for. All right, good deal. That one's in the books. All right, King Kong Bundy and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat up next. They're going to go 18. This one should get a good rating. All right, here is King Kong Bundy. Here is the Dragon. Of course, we're going to get that win too, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Brings us to our big main event here. This one never fails. In real life, Dynamite Kid was out injured, but in the game here, he's still healthy. For how long? I don't know. Here's the Bulldogs. Here are the Hart Foundation. We will put the C next to the Hart Foundation to indicate the World Tag Team Champions, and we are going to have Bret Hart get the win. This one's going to be an epic, and we are going to have some old-fashioned manager interference here to help the Harts retain that title. Somehow we went, that's why, because I put 30 minutes instead of 25. Used to work on my other save, that's why. All right, everybody, we're going to get rolling with this one. Let's see how we do. Sherri Martel gets the win over Velvet McIntyre here, 68. Nice score for this short, this short of a women's match, no doubt about it. And Outback Jack beats Jose Luis Rivera here, 28 overall for this one. All right, up next here, SD Jones and Brad Rheingans. And of course, SD Special Delivery gets the win over Brad Rheingans, 49 overall. All right, Iron Mike Sharpe defeats Cowboy Scott Casey here, 52-52. Gets us a 41, strictly because the match is so short. Ron Bass against Billy Graham and Superstar gets the win here, everybody, with that bear hug, 77. All right, Dangerous Danny Davis mixing it up here with Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And the Barber gets the win with that sleeper hold. It's time for some strutting and cutting, but in this case, I'm sure Jimmy Hart pulled Danny Davis out of the ring in time. And here we go. Butch Reed defeats Billy Jack Haynes here, as I predicted. Nice scores here. 80-76 gives us an 81 overall. And the Natural with the W here. Cool finish. Nice finish here. And Jacques Rougeau gets the win over the Magnificent Muraco. Real nice scores across the board. Nice score overall there at an 81. Good stuff. Outstanding semi-main here. 73-93 gets us an 87. Steamboat wins with that flying karate chop. For those of you that were kids at the time, remember, it was great. He would do that top rope flying karate chop. And Gorilla Monsoon would go, and he planted it right between the eyes. Here we go, the British Bulldogs and the Hart Foundation, everybody, 97. And this one deserves it. And of course, the Hart Foundation get the win with the heart attack after the interference with Jimmy Hart. So you know that that megaphone was involved. We're going to go ahead and finish this one up. 94 overall, really good stuff. We're going to point out Ricky Steamboat. And we're going to point out Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart for the heck of it. And we have a great performance. Great performance. Great performance. We're going to make that speech. Steamboat is pleased. Bret Hart is pleased. And Jim Neidhart is pleased. And Brad Drake is pleased. This is going to move us on to our next show here that we have not laid out yet. And that's not the right location either, so don't get excited. See if we're brought back to the main screen yet. We are not. We're waiting. All right, so we are back to the main screen here. And we have Bret Hart does not like Sherri Martel. Wow. Ray Rougeau is tired. Lack of big names. Come on. We scored a 94 on the show. We did excellent. So, all right, that's going to do it for us, everybody. We'll be back in action with another tour date here in just a couple days when we return. For those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and drop us a message below. Let us know how you found the channel, what you think of us so far. For those of you that are looking for more, you can find it for just $5, everybody, the price of a cup of coffee. You can head on over to patreon.com/PowerCastNetwork, and there you will find access to all of our shows early and YouTube ad-free. You will find access to all of our spreadsheets. You'll get access to version 10.1 of the Supermod and so much more, everybody. Check it out today, patreon.com/PowerCastNetwork. Don't forget we're on social media, facebook.com/groups/1987Supermod. You can also find us over on, well, you can find yourself some new friends and a great organization to join of Wrestling Fans International Association at thewfia.org, everybody. It's free to join, so join today. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you in a few days.